Hi guys, it's Louise and it feels like it's been so long since I did a writing vlog or any video. So I'm really sorry about that. I had a death in the family and that took me off for about 2 weeks, and then as soon as I wanted to get back to vlogging, my computer broke. I've still got my little purple laptop which I use to write on, but it's not got the processor that I need to edit videos. So what happened with my other computer is basically when I turn it on, it goes straight into hibernation mode for some reason and I don't know why. And it did that for about 2 weeks, and then this morning I picked it up and tried it again and it's come on like normal, so I'm not sure what's going on with it. Hopefully it stays fixed and it wasn't just a little blip of fixing, and then I'll be able to upload this video. So basically, if this video goes up on Sunday the 30th or Monday the 1st, then the laptop is back to normal and I'm fine. But I really miss vlogging, so I want to get back to it. There's actually a decent amount of stuff happening this week. It's Monday now, which is my least busy day. Tomorrow I'm at work 9:30 till 3:30. Then Wednesday, I have my first lecture back at uni, which is a kind of introductory lecture. Then I have a driving lesson, then I have work until 10 o'clock at night, so it's a very busy day on Wednesday. Thursday I have another driving lesson, and then Friday I have another lecture. So I need to try and fit in some writing in there, because on Saturday I am going to the Write Now Live workshop, and that is in Nottingham. The two previous ones have already been through, the London one and the Liverpool one. The Nottingham one is the last one, so that's the one I'm going to, and then I think we find out on the 5th of October whether we get through to the next stage. I'm not feeling too optimistic about that, but I'm just really excited to go and to see what an actual editor thinks of my chapters, because we do get a 20-minute one-to-one sort of conversation with an editor about the work. So I think I sent my opening 3 chapters of The Never Curse just to update you, because obviously I haven't been on here in a while. I'm currently sitting at nearly 40,000 words, and I am probably about 11 or 12 chapters out of the 28 that I need to write. So there's still quite a while to go, but I'm feeling really optimistic that I can get this done in the next few weeks, and hopefully I would like to try and hit at the very minimum 45,000 words by Saturday. So while I've been away from vlogging, I kind of had a really good writing period and then a big slump. So the big writing period that I had that was really good, it was because I was doing 20-minute writing sprints, which I've never really done before apart from a little bit in NaNoWriMo. And I always thought that if I was doing writing sprints that were just me, not actually with anybody else, I wouldn't find them as driving. But I found that the timer on the NaNoWriMo website for their sprints, even if you're doing them on your own, it has really helped me. I started to average about 500 to 600 words per 20 minutes, which was amazing. And it meant that I got my daily word count goal of, I think it was 1,500 words in an hour and a bit. So that was great, and it lasted for about a week or so. And then I just, for whatever reason, I think I started getting a bit more work, but for whatever reason that dropped off, and that was about 2 weeks ago now, and I haven't really written much since. I'm slowly getting back into writing. I started a couple of days ago and I've been writing about 200-300 words a day for the past 2 days. Today I'm currently sitting at 300 and something words. I want to get at least 1,000, and to help me get back into writing every day and trying to get as much words in as I can, I've found a new method, and it's one that Victoria Schwab does. I have done this before, but not on a calendar. Basically, I have a little calendar up here. So I have the calendar here, and it starts in September, which is great. And what I got up here is a little key. So this first one for pink, whether I've written 2 words or 300 words, I'll put a pink one on if I've written. Then if I pass 500 words, I get a red. And then it goes in 500 word increments all the way to 3,000. And my hope is that this will get me to, you know, when you're at the point where you've got maybe 2,500 words and you think, oh, I've done enough, I could leave this today, but then you need that little push to keep going. This calendar will be that push for me, hopefully, because I'm a very visual person. If I can see that I'm missing a sticker, I won't want to leave it. So this should really hopefully help me out, because I don't have long left at all to get this book finished. It's currently Friday afternoon, so tomorrow I am going to Nottingham for Write Now Live. I'm really excited, but also like so nervous. I am meeting somebody else that is going to the event who lives in Nottingham beforehand. We're going to meet at Starbucks at 9 o'clock and then the event starts at 10, so hopefully that'll kind of calm my nerves down a bit. But I do have to leave the house at 4 o'clock in the morning to catch my train, so it's going to be a very long day. And I don't get home till about 8:30 at night, so I'm probably going to be really tired, which is why I need to go to bed early tonight and get a good night's sleep so that I can be awake tomorrow. But I do still have about 6 hours or so to get some writing done, and I want to try and hit 2,000 words today. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not, because it is like 4 o'clock now and I haven't written anything so far, but maybe that little bit of inspiration will kick back in. Okay, it's now Sunday because when I got home last night I was far too tired to do anything, let alone film. So I'm going to kind of fill you in on what happened yesterday, since I couldn't really film any of it in the actual venue and event. There were various panels on different parts of publishing, such as what the author does, what the publisher does, what a publishing contract would look like, that sort of thing. And then we also had the one-to-one with an editor that I found really helpful. She basically confirmed some of the things that I'd been thinking about the book, or at least the section that I sent in. So I know what I need to do now to make it all that better. What I will say though is I know I shouldn't really be negative because it's a great opportunity and everything, but it's made me sort of realise that I don't feel like I sort of belong in the publishing world. It's just such a different culture to what I'm used to, and I felt really out of place. I'm sure there were lots of people that felt like that as well, because it is new to a lot of people, and I'm sure that it kind of, if you had the time in there and you sort of acclimatised to the world of publishing, it would feel a lot more natural. But everything just felt like it was on a sort of shelf that I wasn't quite on. And that's just publishing in general, not the specific event. I think Penguin did amazing at making everybody feel included and like they could be part of it. And I'm definitely still going with the hope of going into publishing in terms of getting my books published one day, but it did feel a little strange, so hopefully that will go in time. But last thing I'm going to do before I finish this vlog is show you the little goodie bag that Penguin gave us. So at the end of the event we all got a little Penguin bag with some books in. Now there are 4 books, and then there is what I thought was a book but is actually something else. So I'll show you that one first. When I saw this, I was like, oh, it's one of those Penguin classic things. And I wasn't really intrigued. But then I looked at it and I was like, wait, there's no blurb on here. So then I opened it up and it's actually a notebook. And as a notebook, I really, really love this. It's so pretty in a simple way. And I'm definitely going to be using this with one of my projects. To go with that, we got a Write Now pen. And it just has, if it's going to focus, it just has Write Now on there and the little Penguin logo. So I'll be using this at some point as well. Now onto the books. 2 of these books are by authors that were at the event and were doing panels. And all of these are pretty new releases. I think most of them have come out in the last couple of months. So the first one is The Things We Thought We Knew by Masuda Snaith. I don't know anything about these books going into this, but this is a contemporary. And I think it's meant to be a bit of a mystery as well, because this main character's friend goes missing or is killed or something, but she disappears basically 10 years before the book starts, and it turns the main character into a bit of a recluse. Going from the blurb, that is all I know so far, but it does sound really intriguing and I'm excited to get to it. Next is The Summer of Impossible Things by Rowan Coleman. Rowan was the second author out of the books that I've got that was actually at the event. She had such great advice in the panels, and I will definitely read this just because I want to see what her writing's like. But ordinarily I wouldn't really read this because it is adult, and I don't really read many adult books generally, but I'll give this one a go. Then the 2 other books that we got, I am actually kind of excited about, because one of them I'd heard about when I was watching BBC News, and I was thinking of maybe getting it, but then I decided not to because I just didn't really want it that much. But now that I've got it in this, I'm just so happy because I wanted to get it, but just not enough to justify the price. And this is straight out of Crawley, Memoirs of a Distinctly Average Human Being. This is by Ramesh Ranganathan. If you don't know who he is quite a popular comedian here in the UK. I love his comedy, especially on shows like Mock the Week. I've always found him really funny, and when he was on BBC News talking about the sort of subjects that would be covered in this memoir, it did really intrigue me, so I am excited to read this one. I did read a little bit on the train, and I love Ramesh's voice in this already, so I'm definitely going to be continuing this. And the final book is First You Write a Sentence by Jo Moran. As is pretty clear to see, this is a book about writing, and it's kind of all about how such simple things as words can be turned into these amazing canvases of imagination. And that has always been something that has really intrigued me, and I'm kind of in awe of it, really. So when I'm in the mood for something non-fiction, I will definitely be going straight to this one. So all in all, I enjoyed Write Now Live so much, and if you're watching this next year or something, if you're thinking of applying to Write Now, definitely do it. It's an amazing opportunity, because as much as I don't think I'm going to get through to the next stage, I've gained so much just from that workshop, and I'm so glad I applied. But anyway, that is the end of this week's vlog. Hopefully next week will be a very writing based vlog, because I'm going to try and get at least 10,000 words done. We'll have to see how that goes, because I don't stick to my goals very well, but that is the idea. But until then, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.